early mornings at the beach can have such a beautiful peace. Before the crowds, before the noise, just the salty air, cool sand beneath your feet, soft light, and the sweet sound of calm ocean waves, and the warm anticipation of finding beautiful shells. A time when the beach feels like it's all yours. This morning was exactly that. I found a new-to-me critter, Imperial's stunning similes, rough scallops, Carditas, chestnuts, lots of pretty leafy jewel boxes, and one stunning lion's paw.
Welcome to Florida Beach Walks. I'm Roxanne. Let's walk Hutchinson Island.
Let's start off with a leafy jewel box, a pretty dual-toned color. And let's see, I see a dark seraph, a little on the lighter side of the dark seraphs. Let's see, we got another jewel box. This is a corrugate one, a corrugate jewel box. All right, let's see. Oh, and there is another dark seraph. This one, the aperture is a little busted there, so we'll just leave that one there. Sorry for my voice. Ella this time is spreading the love around the house, all kinds of icky stuff. And here's a yellow leafy jewel box and a spectral bittersweet. I absolutely love mornings like this when the wind is so still and you can just hear all the beautiful waves. It's so pretty. Here's a very nice colored yellow prickly cockle. Gorgeous color in that one. I'm surprised that's not saturated all through the shell. It's a really pretty scaly scallop and a broad-ribbed Cardita. Yep, okay, I'm dropping my shells here. Let's see, we have a spectral bittersweet, another one of those. Pretty common shell. And an olive. All right, still got a little bit of gloss on it. Just got some shells chucked up in there. Hold on to that one. And here is a boat shell, an Atlantic slipper snail. I see a pop of pink on this largest stridula, even though these do not get much bigger than an inch. And here is a juvenile giant bittersweet. Very nice markings on that one, and a really pretty orange calico scallop. Juvenile as well. And here is another broad-ribbed Cardita. Beautiful color on this one. It does not matter how many sunrises I see. I am truly thankful to God for each and every one that I am able to see. Life to me is all about these little blessings. Let's check out this turkey wing. All right, some fantastic color on this one. That's a keeper. Let's see, we got a tinted cantharus. Gonna run into a few nice ones of these. And here is a common American auger. Great little point on that. Let's see what else we can find. Lots of piles. We're out these little piles all along the swash zone here, so it was really nice. Ooh, and a nice color-kissed calico. I love that. Just looks like it was kissed with a little burgundy. And a cranberry one. Very nice. Beautiful design on that on the outer rim. That's gorgeous. Gorgeous calico. Oh, and a hawkwing. Oh, hawkwing. Yep, it's gotten a little bit beaten up by the waves, but that is a hawkwing conch. Gorgeous shell. And a round ribbed flat. Oh, I wish that was together as well, but I'll hold on to this little cranberry piece. Gorgeous defined ribs and a leafy jewel box. Very pretty the way that alternating white and yellow is on this one. Now here is another one, but it is the Atlantic left-handed jewel box. It is growing clockwise opposite of that leafy, which is counterclockwise. Now this is the base or the bottom valve of an Atlantic or left-handed jewel box. It is growing clockwise. Pseudocoma cristella, its scientific name, always grows clockwise. And here is a lady-in-waiting Venus clam. These can be found on all of the coasts of Florida. Got a thick lip drill and a couple of Atlantic or left-handed jewel boxes, followed by a couple large pink stridulas. It's a little bit worn down on this drill. The thick lips are more of a common drill that you can find over here on the East Coast. A couple more yellow leafy jewel boxes and a little auger, but whoo, check out the color. It's like a hot orange on that rough scallop. Very beautiful. Another yellow leafy jewel box and a tinted cantharus. Let's check this one out. A little bit more defined. It's hard to find crisp tips on those on the East Coast. Beautiful leaves on that jewel box. Gorgeous. Got a worm snail. These are very fun to find. Looks like a Florida worm. Oh man, that would have been really nice. A sculptured top snail. That's okay. I have a few of those, not too many. And a red-brown arc. Really like these red-brown ones. And here's another one, a little bit larger. And an eastern oyster. This is a gorgeous one. It doesn't have a lot of crap on it, so I'll hold on to that one. Make a nice little tray or something in the future. And here's another left-handed jewel box, the typical color form I would find on shell identification sites. And a beautiful leafy jewel box. I sure did find a lot of these. Here's a lightning Venus, a patar clam. And I see a crown conch. All right, doesn't look too worn. Go ahead and hold on to that one. Ooh, another great pop on these rough scallops. Are really pretty and bright this morning. Absolutely stunning color. All right, what are we going for? Beautiful calico. That's gorgeous patterning on this one. These calicos are always fun to find the different patterns that those can come in. Let's see, an Imperial Venus clam. Gorgeous. Fun. Another fun clam to find. And I started noticing these dark purple clumps on the sand. Here's a couple more in the foreground, and there's tons of them, a little speckled in the background there. And I got a little bit close. I didn't quite know exactly what I was looking at. But shortly after this walk, I did see a TikTok video from a free dive creator, Lucy, who ID'd these. These are sea hares. They are marine slugs, and they get their name sea hares from their ear-like rhinophores on their head, which do resemble the ears of a rabbit, but in this slug's case, they are for smelling. Here's the close-up of one that looked like it was turned over. Just really translucent. You can see all the organs inside there. They are herbivores, and they are found commonly in shallow grassy areas near the shorelines. And they like to swim around docks and on the seafloor. When threatened, like you just saw, they release this purple substance to confuse their predators. And this ink, as well as their skin, does contain a toxin. It's not harmful to humans, but it can affect the small fish. So it is recommended to avoid touching them. If you have cuts or open wounds on your hands, I'm sure it just acts as an irritant because they're not poisonous. And the tide was rising, and at the time I was like, do I help them in? But there was just a lot of them. This one was around my foot, just swimming. On my way back when I was walking, when the tide was a lot higher, a lot of them had already washed down to the shore, to the water, so that was good. And we have another dark seraph. This one is very nice, a couple of them. Pretty good. Hold on to those. And a juvenile giant bittersweet. Ooh, another Imperial Imperial Venus clam, but okay, this one looks like it has a little predator hole. Well, it does have a predator hole, but I'll hold on to it. And another turkey wing. And I think that was the same dark serif. Here's a chestnut laterus, a little guy. Those can look very similar to juvenile horse skunks. And there's another little seahare just swimming along. While looking these up, I came across the California black seahare, which is the largest known species of these sea slugs. It can grow up to 39 inches in length and weigh up to 30 pounds. That's pretty huge. The little guys I saw were only a fraction of that. Yes, another Imperial Venus clam and a couple more yellow leafy jewel boxes. Looks like the base, the cemented valves, and a purplish simile that's got some really nice definition. All right, an orange calico scallop. Used to finding the orange ones only on the west coast primarily. Find them here on the east coast every now and then. Another gorgeous example of the leaves on this leafy jewel box. Now that's what I'm talking about. This is a stunning Imperial Venus clam. All right, the other ones we found were a little bland, but I love it when they have designs and patterns and colors like this one. Gorgeous. Beautiful specimen. Oh, it'd be nice to find one of those hinged. Ooh, there's another one up there, but let's check out that crown. Another tinted cantharus, and we'll pick this one up too. Let's see, another tinted cantharus. All right, got a couple of those. But man, that other Imperial, whew, that was pretty. All right, I'll hold on to that worm cluster. Here is a dove, a common dove, and a broad-ribbed Cardita, again with that beautiful orange coloring. Let's see, we got a seraph and a chestnut laterus. It's another nice one, another nice small laterus. And these at their max size are a little over 2 inches. And another corrugate jewel box and a leafy. Definitely picking up the yellow leafies. Here's a lightning Venus, a red-brown arc, and a few more old yellow leafy jewel boxes. Of course. And here's a rock snail. This one is a little bit small. They can get upwards to over 3 inches, but this one is very nicely defined. I usually find them soft. Now this is a broad-ribbed Cardita. I'm not sure. It seems to have more of the beading detail than your typical one, like the one on the right here, but it's just lovely. All this beautiful texture on it. I'm assuming this is still a broad-ribbed Cardita, just a slight variation, but you never know. Here's another one that did have a little bit more beading also like this one, but I'm not sure. It's just one stunning broad-ribbed Cardita. Ooh, grab ourselves a coffee bean trivia. Cute little shell and an orange jingle. Perfect jingle. And a shark eye, but okay. We'll leave that there. Not so perfect. And a Florida prickly cockle. That's a very good one. Nice detail on that. Definitely collected that one. As the tide started to turn, it got a little bit rougher with the waves, but it was still pretty calm. Pretty nice for the Atlantic side of Florida. Here's a piece of sea glass. Really do love collecting the frosted pieces, and a much larger yellow leafy jewel box, and got another broad-ribbed Cardita there. All right, a little thicker bits of shell piles, and here's another piece of sea glass. Looks like a Coke bottle. The outside of those lumps, your typical Coca-Cola bottle, and a chestnut laterus. And let's pick up this Atlantic giant cockle. Great shell bowl, great candle holder as well. Love making the candles with these recently. And here's another Florida rock snail with some definition. And here is a large piece of a whelk, and it has an attached jewel box. Now this is the orientation of it. So it's growing clockwise. I know it's cherry looking, but this one is an Atlantic, the base of an Atlantic or left-handed jewel box with that clockwise growth. There we go. Woo! It's pretty and red. Wow. Yay! Woo-hoo! Ah, what a gorgeous lion's paw. I missed it on my first swipe, but I was like, okay, stay calm. It's going to resurface. And it did, and I calmly picked it up. Just stunning. And this is how red it was. And it stayed pretty red as well. It did not fade very much at all. Just added some mineral oil in that one. I didn't have to clean that at all. So happy to have found that lion's paw. And here's a really pretty piece of sea glass, probably the prettiest one on this particular beach walk. Nice olive color with stunning round edges. Perfect piece of sea glass. Here is a beautiful large bubble, stripe bubble, West Indian bubble, Atlantic bubble. I think they have a lot of common names. Got a tiny little crack there, a little chip, but I'm holding on to that one. Those glow awesome under black light. Yeah. Here is a large stridula together. It's got a predator hole, but man, I love the hinge ones. And inside, it was a little bruised Nassau. A little bit of a treat. A little treasure treat inside. And an orange purplish simile. Another example of stunning color, the purplish simile we found before. And so here's its orange counterpart. Another, I know I keep picking up a lot of these leafy jewel boxes, but I couldn't help it. They were just so pretty. And a coffee bean trivia. Absolutely. That keyhole has a little bit of hole in it. This one has a chip, but it only has its proper hole at the top. So I'll hold on to that one. Oh, lace murex, you are too far gone, but it is fun finding those little lace murexes. Ah, another Imperial Venus clam. Whew, that one's gorgeous. Okay, not as fabulous as that one we found with all the coloring, but like the stripe on that. And a shark eye. Okay, it is, let's say, crack free, hole free. I'll hold on to that shark eye. These moon snails that I can find in the Palm Beach area around Singer Island can sometimes be massive. A lot bigger than that one. And there is a really pretty scaly scallop. I love these purple ones. Really nice design on that. Yes, a lot of collected yellow leafy jewel boxes. They were just popping out to me. Beautiful lion's paw there against the yellow, and oh, the pink and the orange and the purple. Favorite colors in my favorite hand. Now here are all of these shells. I took this haul picture about a week after, and that red is still pretty red. Lost a little bit of the punch it had, but just still really gorgeous. Love the coffee bean trivias. I did find a baby's ear, and oh, that Eastern oyster is full of more pretty color. I found quite a few of these broad rib Carditas, and my favorite one was this one. It definitely has a place now in my shell cabinet. I just love the extra beading this one had on it in a really pretty color. Lots of orange scaly scallops, a few thick lip drills, purplish similes, pretty orange calico, and those bright rough scallops, lots of Imperials. Ah, cute dove and some sea glass. And I absolutely made out with these yellow leafies. I got a few of the dual toned ones too, which I really like. Has a little bit of that purple and pink kissed on it. Some left-handed ones, and lots of spectral bittersweets, a worm cluster, and lots of dark serifs, shark eyes and olives, those arcs, and purple calicos. Thank you so much for watching, and next week, God willing, I'll start to share my Florida Keys beach trip with you. Please like and share, and until next time, I leave you with this.